it'll stay with Skyview. Still scoreless, 7:26 left in the first quarter here at Skyview High School. Skyview will inbounds under Columbia River's basket. Out to Schumacher. It's good to see him score quite a bit. Over to Lowell Dunbar, who lets one fly. Actually, that was Kyle Gruler, coach's son, with the first basket of the game. It's a three-pointer. It's 3-0 Storm. They put on a little bit of press, keeping it in the. This is a very good defense. Took about 5 seconds to get it over half court. Storm are pressing. Three is up. It's short. Rebound comes down. We've got a collision, but Cole Grossman picks it up. Over to Jamal Sewell, goes to the rim strong, misses the layup short, but there he is, the big man, Samad Hector, offensive rebound, put back, it's 5-0 Storm.
That's what Hector does. He crashes the board hard, he finds his baskets around the basket.
Storm's defense, it's pretty much a full court press, and it's causing Columbia River some trouble. They get set into their offense here. Jacoby Short stops, pops, it will go off the rim, and I think that's 3 rebounds early on for Samad Hector. At least 3, could be 4. Alex Schumacher dribbles, crossover, goes to the rim strong, up and in with the right hand, went in, went out, he gets his own rebound back up, and we've got a foul called. Well done by Alex Schumacher, very aggressive. Didn't get the first one to fall, got the rebound, went back up, got some contact, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Dirksen with the foul there. So many kids on these rosters, 6'5", 6'6", Dirksen one of them. These are big high school basketball teams.
Schumacher's first is up and a little bit strong. We remain 5-0. Skyview, 6:05 left in the first quarter. Second one up and in by Schumacher, 6-0 now Storm. Press once again from Skyview, they show it in the backcourt. Causing Columbia River some issues. They finally get over its kickball. Reset the shot clock to 35 seconds.
Really good energy in here tonight. These teams are hyped. Curious to see how things will go once the teams settle down a little bit. That initial edge comes off.
Dirksen to inbounds. He finds Nassim Gutierrez. Over to Nate Snook. Swings it. Pass inside. It's going to be a lot. Oh, up and in with the left. It's short, and yet another rebound by Samad Hector, just controlling the glass, and that's huge for Skyview. It's why they're up 6-0. And now he's going to go for the 3. Stops, pops a little strong. Rebound strong by Jacob Short. When you get the rebound, they're not able to start the press, which helps out Columbia Rivers. They get right into their offense here. Snook over to Jacob Short, dribbles left, stops, pops. It is short, rebound, Skyview Storm. Kyle Gruler. Schumacher looking at the rim, defense tight. That's another 3. Coach's son a little bit long, a rebound, Javon Sewell. It is stripped and they're headed the other way. Columbia River presses on.
Sewell angling for the foul there.
Oh, and there's the block. We knew it was coming. Another block. And here comes the Storm on the break, but it's stolen. Stepped on the line, though, did Columbia River, so it'll go over to Skyview. Defense is getting the crowd up as we had 2 straight thoughts. Samad Hector, listed at 6'5", the senior, got a wingspan on him.
Yeah, he really has great instincts for the ball defensively, too.
Storm inbounds. Schumacher very aggressive, great pass inside. That's Cole Grossman, the football/basketball star. Skyview up, went for the layup, got fouled. He'll go to the line. The Storm, the chance to go up 8-0.
We talked to Coach Gruler before the game. Grossman here, a Division I football prospect, just returned from a recruiting trip to Wyoming, has other schools interested in him. He's no slouch on the basketball court here.
Did a football game this year where you showed some highlights of him on the basketball court. one of the best high school dunks you'll see. The right hand just powering it through. Played through some injuries on the football field, but very aggressive player, obviously a great athlete. And we're going to see him at the next level, as you said, on the gridiron. Always wonder if he'll, depending where he goes, if he'll get that itch, see if he can maybe play a little basketball as well. Football coaches never like that, of course.
Yeah, it probably depends on which level he plays at. If you're playing at an NAIA level, you can probably do that. NCAA, it's pretty unlikely that they'll let you do that.
You never know.
You do never know.
You know?
Charlie Ward did it. So
don't forget Oregon State a few years back had about 4. There's the double block there by Skyview just a little while ago. Columbia River still not on the scoreboard. After a timeout, Grossman will head to the line, looks up, right hand up, in, and perfect. 7-0 Storm. One more for Grossman. Next possession seems crucial to Columbia River. Need to get on the scoreboard, down now 8-0. Haven't had a lot of good looks at the basket.
You know, River's got the firepower to do it. They just got to, I think, get that first basket and things will loosen up a little for them.
The press is really bothering him. Picks up his dribble. They finally get it over half court. Snook swings it over to Jack Armstrong. Now in the hands of Caden Desort. There goes Snook to the rim, then he passes it back out. Still looking for the shot. 10 on the shot clock now. They are not getting good looks. Defense from the Storm has been absolutely perfect. That's a shot clock violation.
And that's the effect. That's the effect of Hector and Grossman inside. You've got big shot blockers in there. They're looking for those exterior shots that allows their wing defenders to just hang out on the line and make things tough.
Columbia River's going to have to start setting some picks, maybe do some pick and roll, because they're just not one-on-one. They're not getting the shots they need. There's the coach's stun, stops, pops, Gruller up and out. What a steal. And right to the rim. What a play by Alex Shoemaker. He gets the steal, he gets the scoop, he gets the score. It's 10-0 Storm with 3:32 left in the first quarter. Columbia River once again trying to deal with the press. Picks up his dribble, a little bit of trouble. They get the ball inside, but he's not going to go up in there with Hector right there. Once again, now 2 men on, up, and that's off. Another rebound by Samad Hector. He's just been dominant without having to score a point.
Well, he has 2 points. But
he does, but it's a good point.
You know, it was a good move from Gutierrez. Showed good footwork there. Got a shot I think they could live with, but just couldn't come up with it. But again, it's not just Hector with height on this Skyview team.
Storm to inbound, right to Hector for 3. It's short, a rebound. Columbia River heading the other way. Looks over at the bench. Asks, what play should I call? We need one that works. We're down 10-0. Jacob Yort gets it over. There's a jumper. There we go.
Smooth stroke from Gutierrez.
Yeah, finally got it to go. It's 10-2, but here comes the Storm right back. Great crossover with Schumacher. That is just pretty. To the rim and up and in. 12-2 now Storm. Schumacher showing great handle. Gets his own shot inside. And when they score, they can set up the press, which, you know, has really affected Columbia River. As here they are with 24 seconds left, and it's a jump ball.
And that's one of those areas where having the length really helps Skyview, because even if Columbia River has the ball handlers to break the press, if you can't get it around the defender with the pass, you're in trouble.
Right now, Columbia River is trying to dribble out of the press, not working. They're going to need to start having quick passes to get it over half court and get into their offense. Since Columbia River did win the tap, it's Storm ball after the jump ball. Great steal, well done. Up and in, Nate Snook. That's what Columbia River needed. Quick transition points. It's now 12-4. Well done, Snook.
And that's the kind of play that can jumpstart the Chieftains potentially.
There's a 3. It's off. Rebound, Columbia River. Headed the other way. Here they come. A 3 from York. It's blocked. Hector got it, but he stepped out, so it'll stay with Columbia River. York thought he had an open 3. Next thing you know, the ball's you know, headed right back at him.
Yeah, Sewell came out of nowhere to swat that shot. Yort has somewhat of a low release. You can see right there. And Sewell got all the way over to make the swat.
Yort inbounds. It goes to Gutierrez. We got a foul on the floor. They score here, Nick. They're only down 12-6. So, as you mentioned, once things settle down, maybe Columbia River can get the nerves, you know, to release a little bit, loosen up, get the energy. That's an open three from Desort, and it's up and in. I said 12-6. Make it 12-7. Columbia River right back within 5 with 1 minute, 27 seconds left in the first quarter.
One of the things I love about basketball is it can feel, if you jump out to a big lead, it's insurmountable, but it's not. You can always come back.
Beautiful run to the hoop, but it's missed by Hector. Here comes Columbia River. They can make it a one-possession ball game with a three. Down 12-7. Jack Armstrong over to Snook. Who gets it to Yort. Back to Gutierrez at the top of the key. Great defense, and there's a steal by Javon Sewell. Good pass up and in. It's off by Schumacher. Rebound Columbia River. Steal again by Sewell. There's a fadeaway, fall-away three.
Sewell making such an impact on defense tonight. 2 steals, at least 1 block. Like you said earlier, you don't necessarily have to score points to make an impact on the game. Good kick out there. Gutierrez, smooth jump shot for Gutierrez. He's got himself up to 4.
It's a one-possession ball game, 12-9 with 20 seconds left. The Storm will hold for 1, up by 3. Schumacher dribbling down the clock. He's got to move now as the defense gets close enough. Dribbles far apart. We're at 8 seconds. Down to 5. Schumacher dribbles to the rim, pass it up, in at Hector, and he will get fouled with 1.2 seconds left.
Really masterful use of the clock there by Skyview, waiting to the last second. Great setup for the cutting Hector.
They did a little pick and roll there, about 5 seconds left. Hector go to the line. Storm up 12-9. Hector up and in. First one's down. He'll have 1 more. Trying to give his team a 5-point lead headed to the second quarter. Of course, Columbia River might get a fling at the basket at the end. Perfect. 14-9. Columbia River have just 1.2 seconds left to get the final shot of the quarter. Not going to even get it off. Wasn't good. Wouldn't have counted. So after 1, the Storm lead 14-9.
So I don't think Columbia River is going to be happy with this quarter, but they shouldn't feel too bad about it. They are in a very hostile environment, a loud crowd. They got down pretty big early, and here they are, just 5 points back, and they had a nice run of their own.
They were down 10-0. Looking, couldn't get into their offense, couldn't get anything going. So in the end, they outscored 9-4 in the final part of that quarter. I think you're absolutely right. And I'm sure that's what they're talking about in their huddle. Say, hey, look, you know, we're down 10-0. Everything was going the Storm's way, but here we are, down just 5. There's the first basket of the game, a 3-pointer there by
Gruler.
Yeah, the coach's son. There's some blocks, the double block. That's my favorite play of the game is Hector.
This is my favorite. Watch this. Splits it.
Perfect to the rim. Schumacher with a lot of energy. We knew he'd score a lot. Here's Columbia River finally getting back. Gutierrez has a sweet stroke. The mid-range game. The Nick Bowl game, I like to call it. The mid-range. Knocking it down when open.
But he makes shots. That's the difference. Gutierrez with a nice high release. You don't see posts in high school with that kind of shooting touch too often, but he can really stroke it. And such an outlet there for your driving guard, you know, a guy who can actually catch and shoot off those kicks.
That's what you're going to need when you have shot blockers, because you know they're going to go to the ball. And as long as he can find the open man, you've got to knock that shot down. And he did. Gutierrez did. Start of the second quarter here, and Columbia River will have the ball down by 5. There's another steal. That's Grossman headed the other way, straight to the rim. He went for the dunk. He lost the ball. Columbia River gets it, and they're headed the other way. There's Snook dribbling up, finds Jack Armstrong. Inside, outside game. There's Gutierrez looking for a shot. Covered well. They'll reset the offense. That is a deep three from Yort. It's no good. A rebound to Lowell Dunmire, who came in off the bench. Another 6'5" forward, just a junior, gets the rebound. More size for Skyview coming off the bench. There's Schumacher looking inside. He's going to go to the rim. Oh, great defense once again by Snook. Snook's been everywhere on the defensive end. He dribbles to the foul line. Double team, dribbles back out. There finds Gutierrez for the three. That is a pretty stroke. Gutierrez with a three, and it's 14-12. The guys like Sam Perkins out there just cool. Right, oh, what a move by Schumacher, but he missed the layup.
That's a good reference for kids, Sam Perkins.
Yeah, they're gonna have to look that up, YouTube that, but he's a big man that can shoot. And Gutierrez, no fist pump afterward, nothing, just shoots it, heads the other way.
Yeah, 7 quick points for Gutierrez. Squeaky Johnson, the freshman, checks into the game. Now this is the coach's son of the girls team.
And he's got the greatest name in the world.
Squeaky.
I'm gonna guess that's not his given name, but it's the only name we have on the roster.
I talked to Coach Johnson of the girls team earlier. He said one of the reasons he wanted to come coach at Skyview so he could be around his son as he plays his high school career.
Feels like when you're a freshman, you can be called Squeaky, but by the time you're a senior, you might not be able to be Squeaky anymore.
If you're really good, you can be.
That is true.
And if he's playing varsity basketball on this team as a freshman, he's probably a good ball player.
With the left hand up and in, missed by Kazahazian, but back up and in. Was that with Grossman, I believe?
That was Grossman.
The put back, and it's 16-12 Storm with just over 6 minutes left in the second quarter. There's Gutierrez again. They better get out, stop, and this time it's blocked by Grossman. Yeah, they're not going to let him take open jumpers anymore.
He had the sweet crossover, should have shot it and kind of hesitated.
He goes for the rim, and there he finds
Snook there.
Snook looking to the rim, beautiful spin, and shot up and in. It's 16-14. I love Snook's game. Plays hard on defense, finds the open shot and scores, gets his team within 2.
That was the dream shake if we're referencing old players.
Columbia River with the basketball, looking to tie the game now. It was Jack Armstrong with the steal. Yort with the basketball now, looks over to the bench, asking for a play call. Getting everybody on the same page. Snook heads to the other way, takes the ball. Coming off a screen, looking for a jumper there was Zort, wasn't there. There's a jumper, there's a three. That's Armstrong, misses everything, but Gutierrez with the rebound, up and in, that's no good. Out of bounds. Home team ball, Storm.
Gutierrez did not think he touched that ball last. He had a great opportunity at the basket, tried to make an adjustment with his left hand and kind of just spun it off the back of the rim.
16-14 basketball game, just over 5 minutes. Now we're at the 5-minute mark. Squeaky takes it over half court, hands it off to Javon Sewell. That's Dunmire. Over to Squeaky. Squeaky with the left hand. Finds Dunmire, who goes up and in for the easy 2. Storm up 18-14. Squeaky with his first assist of the game.
Good left on the finish there from Dunmire.
Another steal, Jacob. Sewell up and in, layup. Sewell's got at least 3 steals, Nick, and that one led to 2 points. 20-14 now, Storm. That's Zort. That's a long 3 off the front of the rim, and it's a rebound by Samad Hector. Squeaky going strong to the rim with the right hand, and dishes it back out for the open 3, and that's up and in by Karan. Nope, excuse me, that's KB Kazahazian. Is that right?
That's perfect. So? Yeah, you nailed it. We're going to call him KB from here on out.
Amen. KB with the 3. Squeaky comes in. 2 quick assists from Johnson, the freshman. leads his team to a 9-point lead, 23-14 Storm with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first half. Biggest lead of the game was 10-0. Now the Storm's up by 9.
So coming up at halftime, we've got something super exciting for you. So this is a rivalry game, right? Skyview, Columbia River. The schools have organized a ping pong match at halftime. This graphic isn't quite right. It's going to be a doubles match. Blake Bryant and Max Rose are the Skyview team, I believe. Columbia River has a team of doubles. At half court, at center court, they're going to be playing ping pong for bragging rights. To me, this basketball game is really cool, but it's all about the ping pong match.
Is that right? Is that why you showed up?
I grew up playing ping pong, and I grew up playing basketball too, I suppose. But I can't wait to watch these guys play ping pong at halftime. They had whole school tournaments to determine who would play here tonight. So, 40 kids at each school entered, played themselves down to this. So it's going to be super fun, and you should definitely stay tuned.
Who doesn't want to see the battle of ping pong? I mean, I know I want to see, especially when you know it's the best going against the best. Columbia River needs a basket here. They're going to get a 3. That's going to be long, and you know who's going to get the rebound. It's Hector, and falls hard, hits his head, and unfortunately for him, that's a travel. He's grabbing his head. That is not good.
Looked like he tapped the back of his head on the court, on the floor, and he was trying to protect himself. You saw him roll up to try to avoid it, but couldn't. There's a replay.
We've all done that before. He went off a little off balance. Yeah. That is smarts.
Sure, give him a minute to clear his head, make sure there's nothing seriously wrong there.
He's going to take a walk and come off the bench. Looks like he's going to shake it off, but of course with head injuries, you can never be too cautious. Tough way to get a traveling call.
Yeah, it is tough. It seemed like he was kind of jostling in air with the Columbia River player, not necessarily a foul, but couldn't quite get his feet under him.
I think they both had ball, and he just was pushed backwards. So Columbia River to inbounds to Gutierrez, and there's a foul.
A little over-aggressive there from number 22.
That's KB.
Fessa Hazion. So close. Fessa Hazion.
KB, that's it.
Killer buckets. KB's got to stand for that.
Haven't been a lot of fouls in this game, which I've enjoyed.
Yeah, absolutely. Aggressive basketball, but not foul-heavy basketball.
I like how the officials have done this so far. They've let them mostly play.
But you haven't seen a lot of hand checking or like hip checking. It's just been solid, aggressive defense.
Columbia River down by 9. Really needs a basket. Gutierrez out there. Three is up and in. Well done, Evan Dirksen. 6'5" junior drilled the 3. It's 23-17. Storm with the ball. Squeak. Oh, they're going to call Sewell for a walk. Javon Sewell moved his feet before he dribbled. We've all done it.
It's not legal in basketball.
No, should be. Make it more fun. So just like that, it's a 6-point lead. Columbia River with the basketball. Another chance to make it a 1-possession game with a 3. Resort over to Gutierrez for 3, and he drills it. He stops, pops, and yep, it does drop. And just like that, it's 23-20. Storm only up by 3. They keep getting down Columbia River, but they will not go away. The Storm's in for a battle tonight at home. Up and in. That's defended extremely well by Columbia River, as Schumacher just trying to go through too many defenders, didn't get what he needed. And here comes Columbia River the other way. Resort with the basketball. Why not find Gutierrez? He's your hot man. No shot there. He sets a pick. They had him on the post. Couldn't find him, though. Snook with the basketball. Hard dribble to the left. Sweet float. Oh, up and in. No good. Rebound. Sewell deflected. Nice save over to Armstrong. And here comes Armstrong looking to go coast to coast. Great dribble. Up, in. Blocked from behind. Gets his own rebound. Up, in again. And this time he's fouled.
Yeah, Grossman looking to make it for himself.
Yeah, Grossman plays basketball a little like a football player.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going forward, whether you like it or not. Watch Armstrong here just going, I'm going to dribble with my right hand as long as I can and go to the rim. Missed once, gets the rebound. He might have walked, he traveled, but he earned it with his hard play. Up and in for first free throw good. 24-20 now, Storm, with 2 minutes left in the first half. 5
points for Grossman so far. Getting dirty buckets too. It's all inside, it's follows, it's tough work baskets.
Second one is going to roll on in and make it a 5-point game, 25-20 with 2 minutes left in this first half. Columbia River over half court. They've stopped. The Storm stopped pressing, which is interesting because it seemed to work. Gutierrez up in the left, and that is blocked by Armstrong. And they're headed the other way. In the corner, that's Gruler looking for a three, couldn't find it. Out to Grossman with 1:35 left. To Sewell, he just decided to go as hard as he could. That's a good call. He did walk before the contact.
Yeah, and it's a referee not rewarding a player out of control and bailing him out with a foul call.
That's the right call. He walked before he ever touched anybody else, and the other way, Columbia River.
You can see it on this camera shot. The tops of these students' head. This student section standing so tall, it forced our camera operators to move their cameras up, but we still can't get high enough to get all the heads out of the shot.
At three, it might have been, I thought it might have been deflected. It was not, or if it was, it helped. Dezort with a three, and then had a word for Armstrong on his way back on defense. It's 25-23 with a minute left to go. The Storm, great pass from Armstrong to Schumacher for an easy two. The junior gives the home team a 4-point lead. Columbia River with 28 on the shot clock and about 45 in the game. Snook in a little bit of trouble, back out. He finds Yort. Yort dribbles with the left. He finds Dirksen. Dirksen over to, that's another three. That's in and out from Dezort. Just hit one. Thought he had another, but it went in and out. 30 seconds left in the game. Storm with the ball up by 4. They can't hold for the last shot, I don't think. Oh, no, they can.
Shot clock is off.
Shot clock is off. Must have been right on the number. At this point for the Storm, you got to figure worst case scenario, you go up by 4. Inside by Schumacher. Another great pass by the big man Grossman. Up by 6. 4 seconds. Columbia River looking to get a shot off before the half. They will not. Grossman 2 straight times to end the half. Finds Schumacher, and the Storm, the home team, will head to the half up by 6, 29-23 over Columbia River.
So while they set up the ping pong, again, this is the main event coming up here, ping pong. Let's talk about our leading scorers tonight. Alex Schumacher with a big 9 points, almost all coming at the basket, and you're going to see some of that in these replays we have coming up here. Cole Grossman with 6 points. Nope. Well, I think we're going to have some replays in just a moment. 4 points for Samad Hector before his injury. KB and Kyle Gruler each with 3. There's Grossman with the tip.
That was the
Snook with the turnaround there on that one.
By Nate Snook. That was here's Snook. I'm going to guess this is going to lead to a Gutierrez 3 at some point. There it is. I knew it was coming. He scored too many points for us not to have him. And that's the 3 by Dezort, Caden Dezort, a little bit before halftime. And this is going to be the great pass from Grossman. Look at the look inside of Schumacher, up and in for 2. They did that 2 straight times before we head into the half. You heard the loud applause as they're getting the ping pong table out and putting it in the middle of the court. I don't see a net right now, which would make the game a little bit interesting.
Well, you know, Columbia River was overplaying the passing. We were talking about that earlier, that aggressive defense. Skyview made an adjustment there towards the end of the second quarter. Going back door, finding wide open layups. They missed a couple of them, they made a couple more. So it's going to be an interesting adjustment for both coaches at halftime to kind of figure out what's going on there.
Certainly helps when you have a big man like Grossman who can pass like that. Kind of the reverse roles when the big guy finds the point guard underneath in the inside for a layup.
Some interesting high-low game from both schools. Very versatile players, really. I mean, you see both of the big guys can play outside, both of them can play inside. I thought it was an interesting contrast to styles as well between Hector and Gutierrez. Hector all athleticism going to the basket. Gutierrez with more of a touch game, although it seems like Hector can shoot the ball a little bit himself. It's kind of fun to see 2 good but totally different players, the same height. You see them standing next to each other on the court. They're both the same build, the same height, but totally different games. It's kind of a fun contrast to watch if you're a basketball fan.
Gutierrez seems to be the kind of the modern day big man.
Yeah, he's
the stretch four.
I think, you know, maybe Channing Frye isn't your best comparison, but he's got a nice touch like Frye or Kevin Garnett back in the day. If we're going to compare it to, you know.
Yeah, I think you're a little crazy with the Kevin Garnett. I think you went too far.
Well, you know, he can shoot. He's got a nice high release. There's
I
some,
like the Channing Frye.
Hey, we are on Twitter. If you like high school sports, if you like watching college or high school basketball, football, volleyball, soccer, VPS Game Time is where you should be coming. We are on Twitter at VPS Game Time. We give you our schedule. We give you highlights. We give you, you know, good high school sports news from across our area. So make sure you follow us. I think you'll be pleased you did so.
You mentioned all those other sports, and now we give you ping pong.
Well, I mean, it's the sport of kings.
That is not true. That is not true at all.
What would the sport of kings be if not ping pong?
I believe it's horse racing.
Oh, is that really what they call them?
I believe they do.
I've never seen a king ride a horse.
What does that mean? I mean,
it's no, like a lot of the things I say, Craig, if you don't think about them, they seem like they make sense.
Right, because kings definitely rode horses back in the day.
But they
into battle and such.
I guarantee you there are kings who love to play ping pong.
It's hard to debate.
So are these guys actually playing or?
I have no idea, and I don't know who's who.
Well, the guy in the river is from River.
Thank you, but I meant names. Right, so on the right of your screen is Columbia River. On the left, we're assuming, is Skyview.
We're assuming. They look like they're having a bit of a conversation here. All right, see, they were just volleying. This is the real, they were volleying. They were playing Pong.
They are good.
All right, so there's a Skyview point.
Are they going to play to 11?
I don't know what the format is. I didn't get all the details on that.
It's 2-0. That I know. I think they're playing to 11. It is 3-0.
Can you imagine the pressure? These guys are just like students. They're not like, they don't do this all the time in front of like 300 screaming fans.
You don't know that. You don't know what their home life's like.
Sure, you're right.
Do we have a scoreboard anyway? Oh, at this point, it's the home team's dominating.
All right, so they're going to get the ball. I was wondering what happens if the ball runs under the bleachers. Is that the only ball?
No, it cannot be. It's 5-0. Soren is his name. 6-0. 7-0 is a shutout, right? In ping pong?
Traditionally. A skunk, as
That's
we call
it?
it.
I think it's 7-0.
So our intrepid graphics operator has identified the player on the right as Blake Bryan. And I believe it's Max Rose on the left from Skyview. I may be wrong about that.
It's 7-1.
Yeah, Max Rose. Great job to the production team.
Well done, thank you. 9-1. Max Rose absolutely running away with this.
But it's like the basketball game. Runs can happen here.
I don't think so. I don't think this is anything like the basketball game. Like, I think this guy's going to dominate from start to finish.
You're a front runner. That's.
I'm not a front runner. I'm paying attention to what I'm seeing. That's our job here, Nick. I'm watching a man dominate, and I'm just, I'm taking the facts.
In my defense, I'm also running the VPS Game Time Twitter account, so I'm divided attention here.
I mean, it's 11-2.
Well, they avoided the skunk there with the second point.
Well, I think it was 7-0. They just played on. It's 12-2.
That's very charitable.
Yeah, there's not going to be a comeback here. It's 13-2.
You don't know that.
No, I know that. I mean, there's certain things that I know, and at 14-2, I'm very confident there will not be a comeback. Oh, 13-3, my fault.
Yeah, he caught the white there.
And he was honest about it because he's so confident he's going to win. He's fine giving up the 1 point and then dominating again to get the 14th point. So they're going to play to 21, I'm going to get.
Yeah, they have to, yeah. You know, we cover basketball, we cover soccer, football, and volleyball. I really think we should pick this up. This should be the fifth sport.
Yeah, you need schools to have teams.
Well, that's a good point.
I mean, we could just get these two guys to do it. It is 16-3. I can't remember the name of the Columbia River player, but
it's Brian is the last name.
He seems defeated. He seems to want to just get this over with.
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Some of them you happen to lose in front of a lot of people.
Right. He's not even getting the ball. He's basically saying, "I'm done. You want to beat me by look." I think he's ready for the handshake.
He's got 2 points to go.
Yeah, he's like, "No, don't get it."
Look, principal for Columbia River, Alex Atopol down there. He's playing ball boy. He retrieved that ball. That's it. That's a humble principal there to be ball boy.
The time is up. 19-3. Skyview will celebrate.
Hugs all around here.
It's probably the first time a ping pong player has been mobbed at half court in Skyview High School history. I feel confident that I can say that. I'm going to go as far as to say that might be the first time in the state of Washington that a ping pong player was mobbed at half court. Ever.
Earlier tonight, Skyview inducted 2 members to its Athletic Hall of Fame. Parker Henry, who was a team captain at WSU, led Skyview to a second-place state finish. Schaefer Skadson, who was an outstanding soccer player, played collegiately at Arizona. Third member of the Skyview Hall of Fame is going to be Max Rose for winning that ping pong match tonight. We were told originally it was going to be a doubles match, and they narrowed it down to singles. So I was kind of glad they did that. It was a pretty fun thing to watch. And you know what? I think the 4th member I saw earlier tonight, for you Skyview folks out there, the 4th member, a future Hall of Famer, Colby Gilbert was in the crowd, a great Skyview runner alum, a great runner at the University of Washington. So it's pretty cool. We're at the beginning of winter break. We're seeing some alum come back to support the teams.
So we're going to have about 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in halftime. The Storm lead 29-23, just a 6-point game at halftime. The Storm has led from start to finish so far, but Columbia River down 10-0 at one point, down by 9 at another point. They just won't go away though. Skyview at times had them on the ropes. The Columbia River has found ways to stay in the game, get as close as 2 points at one point in that second quarter. My guess is their coaching staff is saying, look, we cannot start the third quarter like we started the first quarter. Let's play a lot like we ended the first quarter early on here.
And that's one of the advantages of having an experienced coach in David Long. You saw they made adjustments. After that big Skyview start, they started finding those mid-range shots. Once they drew in the shot blocker, started looking for the mid-range shots and started knocking it down. That's how they got back in. So it's an advantage there, or a benefit of having an experienced coach to sort of see those things. Of course, Matt Gruler, rookie himself, making adjustments again to counter that. So it's one of the fun parts about basketball, seeing that chess game back and forth about in-game adjustments.
It's about what we expected. We knew the home team would have the advantage early on, usually does with the crowd. We knew that, Skyview came in as the favorite. But we knew that Columbia River had talent, had coaching, had the ability to stay close, and so far they have. I do believe the first few minutes of this third quarter is going to say a lot. If Skyview can get back up towards that double-figure lead, I'm not sure Columbia River will have what it takes to come back and be able to overcome that kind of deficit. But if Columbia River can come right, try to get this game, tie this game up, I think we're going to be in for a nail-biter all the way until the final buzzer.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I'm curious to see if those three-pointers can start falling for Columbia River, because they started to get loose in the second quarter. So we'll see if they can keep getting those shots and knock a couple of them down. And Schumacher's had a great game so far. Grossman's had a fine game. We haven't heard from some of the other Storm players too, so I'm curious to see if they can turn it on the second half and help Skyview pull away.
One thing to notice here, Hector's on the bench. Remember, he hit his head late there in the second quarter. And I'm not sure if they're just being cautious. Of course, with head injuries nowadays, you've got to be Very careful, so I applaud the coaching staff and the training staff of Skyview, making sure he's okay.
In the huddle before the start of the second half, I saw Hector approach the huddle, and I saw Coach Gruler sort of, say, hey, and Hector walk away somewhat disappointedly or dejectedly. So he obviously wants to be in there, but.
It's a three-pointer up and long. That was KB Bezahazian, who's starting the third quarter for Hector. There's the three. There it is, up and in, 29-26. The three, perfect by Caden DeZort. That kid can shoot it, and we've got a three-point ball game.
That's his third three-pointer of the night, now with 9 points.
Grossman out top, over to Sewell. Sewell finds Gruler, who finds Schumacher. A little shimmy, then back to Grossman. Grossman left all alone, doesn't want the three. He finds KB. Gruler. He's not afraid to shoot it. That is long by Schumacher. A rebound, out of bounds. Columbia River basketball. And suddenly, the Chieftains have a chance to tie this game with a three. They're down 29-26. No one helping out. Poor Snook was stuck with trying to inbounds to nobody. They get it in, and now Snook will take it over half court. Dribbles with the left, looking for some help. Deflected. DeZort's got it. Now it's back to Yort. A long three. It's long. Rebound by Grossman. You know what he's doing. He's going coast to coast with the right hand. Up, no good, but he's fouled. That guy gets headed in that direction. There is nothing stopping him. He barely even thinks about that left hand. He's just dribbling hard with the right and going straight to the rim. He's at the foul line where he's been successful.
He passed up the three-pointer earlier because this is what he wants to do. Good foul there by York to slow him down. Rather give up the two free throws than the hammer dunk or the layup.
Grossman uses all of the rim for his first free throw, but it falls. Back up to a 4-point lead for the home team. Looking at his second one. This one's up. This one's dead eye. Switch. Nothing but net. It's a 5-point ball game.
Grossman up to 8 points now.
Columbia River doing almost all their damage from the perimeter. Another steal by Grossman. Are they calling a foul? Or are they just calling it out of bounds? I think they're just calling it out of bounds. I think everyone wins on that one. Might have been a foul. Definitely was not off of Columbia River. I think we could say that, but it could have been a foul. So in the end, I think it's justice.
Yeah, it balances out because Grossman wanted the foul, was a little annoyed he didn't get it. Snook knows he didn't touch it. Both complained. Both can live with it, I think.
Grossman will inbounds. Out to Schumacher. Looks over to the bench for the play. Dribbles with his right. Hands it to Gruler. Holds. Alley-oop attempt. Oh, what a beautiful job. Schumacher with three defenders around him somehow found a way to jump up and in one motion put it back up and in.
And that pass was exactly where it had to be for that play to work. So a great pass as well.
Gutierrez looks for two. Blocked by Grossman. Looks like they're calling a foul.
I didn't see where on that play the foul occurred by Gruler, but the sophomore gets run up for the foul.
Inbounds now. Over to DeZort. Zips it over to Gutierrez. Looks inside, back out to DeZort. Over to Yort. Yort stops, pops, it's short, a rebound. Falls into Gruler's hands, they're headed the other way. Schumacher with it, doesn't see what he likes, dribbles back out, goes behind the back, and almost hit Gruler in the face. Gruler recovers, catches it right before it hits him. There's a beautiful steal by Jack Armstrong, who's up and in, it just won't roll. But rebound Columbia River, back into Armstrong, up, in. He deserved it, he earned it. Jack Armstrong gets the steal, and eventually the 6'5" junior gets the basket. It's a 33-28 game. Skyview with the lead. Schumacher with a fling, not gonna go in. is probably looking for the foul. Chieftains headed the other way. Stop, pop, will it drop? It goes in, it goes out. The rebound, Grossman. Here comes Skyview, here comes Schumacher, crossover. We've got a reach-in foul.
Man, Schumacher gets so quickly from free throw line to free throw line. It's incredible how quickly he can move with the ball.
We've got 4 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's a 5-point game. Skyview with the lead. Here's a beautiful pass inside to Grossman, who earned himself a basket.
Back to game action here.
Back out to live action. Now the ball is tipped. It is stolen. Headed the other way. The steal from Yort. Up to Armstrong. Armstrong double teamed. Back out to Yort. Up and short. A rebound and headed the other way. Beautiful look. There is Schumacher, the catch, and the layup. Sewell got the rebound, head up, found Schumacher for the easy two. It's a 7-point game with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
Great hands from Schumacher there. Pass was probably about a foot higher than it needs to be. He managed to pull it in.
Yort looks inside. Nice bounce from Dirksen to save it. And then up and in. Is that Katie Mazur?
Yep. Fourth three-pointer tonight.
The kid can shoot it. It's a 4-point game. Armstrong. Oh my goodness. Off the wire and in. That won't count, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Grossman with the take there. Obviously that is no basket, but
not obvious to the.
I'd love to see a replay, and that seems like one we should be, posting on the internet for the world to love, because that's an amazing shot.
Armstrong's asking, he's like, why won't that count? Ref's telling him, because that's out of bounds, son. That doesn't count. Here it is. Watch Armstrong going to put his head down, do what he does, flings it up off the rope, and finds its way in. Armstrong will go back to the foul line. This is where he gets his points. He draws the contact, and that's what a big guy does. Oh, that was Grossman. I don't know who Armstrong's Jack Armstrong on the other side.
Yeah. Some great camera work by Jory down there on the baseline, drawing the tough duty. Hey, if you voted in February, you probably voted for the bond measure that the school district passed, and it did pass by a whopping 70% margin. If you want to keep tabs on what we're doing with that money here at Vancouver Public Schools, go to that website, vansd.org/reschools. The projects include replacing roofs and boilers and other problem areas at schools, and there are new school buildings coming for old and aging buildings. Ogden and Marshall Elementaries, for example, McLaughlin Middle School. The newer school, Vancouver iTech Preparatory, is finally going to get a permanent home. A lot more coming up over the next 8 years of that bond measure. So if you want to stay in touch, go to that website. You'll see videos, you'll see stories, you'll see social media stuff. It's an awesome resource for you, the community, to see where your bond dollars are going.
Back out live here at Skyview High School, where the Storm lead by 4, 35-31, with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Grossman will go to the line, shooting 2. He's lived at the line tonight. He's only missed 1 free throw. Make it 2 as he front rims that one.
Classic jinx.
If I only had that kind of power, I'd go to Vegas. A lot. Grossman up and in, misses the second. The foul ends up working out for Columbia River as they're down just 4. Overplay on the defense from Skyview, the 3, up and short, rebound. Here comes the Storm, headed the other way. It's Sewell, head up, looking for a teammate, doesn't see it, backs it back out, up by 4. Sewell now to Dunmire. That ends up in the hands of Gruler. Spin move, might have walked, did walk.
Yeah, on that move, you got to take the shot. There's no final outcome there without a shot that isn't a travel on that reverse pivot. You see right here, he tries, nowhere to go.
Gutierrez looking for a shot. He's great in the first half. Head down, up and in is Armstrong. This time he gets fouled.
This is one pesky Columbia River Chiefs
team. They're not going away.
What a tough team. Withstanding run after run from Skyview, hanging in this game.
Got to give Jack Armstrong credit. The 6'5" junior has been the only real presence inside by Columbia River. Hasn't been intimidated by the big bodies. Had a shot block once or twice. Doesn't care. Keeps going strong to the rim. His free throw goes up and in. So now it's just a 3-point game. Let's make it still a 3-point game. Rebound there by Grossman. Sewell up ahead. A beautiful pass by Schumacher. He finds Lowell Dunmire. He gets fouled. He'll get 2.
Watch this reverse pivot and then the kick.
Pretty good defense there.
Yeah, tough to see. I couldn't tell on that replay if it was wrist or just it was a violent collision, so it appeared to be a foul.
Evan Dirksen, you ask him, he says it's clean. Free throw up and in from the lefty junior. Dunmire is good, 36-32. With 2:53 left here in the third quarter at Skyview High School. Home team leads. That one's long. Rebound by Gutierrez. Here comes Columbia River. Chieftains down by just 4. Gutierrez with the ball again. Dribbles right into the corner. There's Armstrong. Looking for a shot. Not there. Gutierrez fumbles, recovers. Head up. Back over to the corner to Armstrong. That's not Armstrong. I apologize. That's Dirksen. There's Dirksen again with the left. Beautiful scoop shot by Dirksen to make it a 2-point game. 36-35, 36-34. Skyview with the lead, but it's just a 2-point lead. Defense there by York. Gets the deflection, but then gets beat. Well done by Javon Sewell, the senior, 6'2", gets 2, and it's 38-35. Here comes the press again from Skyview. It worked well in the first half. That's a kick ball. Reset the shot clock back to 35, I believe.
It's an interesting strategy there. Abandon the press for a while and then come back almost out of the blue with it, see if the other team can adjust. They've gotten it out of their minds just like maybe we've gotten it out of ours.
38-34, 2 minutes left, third quarter. Skyview Storm leading on their home court. Gutierrez, strong move, then is stopped at the foul line, dishes back out. They try to go back to Gutierrez. It's deflected and stolen by Grossman. Here comes the Storm, and here comes Schumacher. Squeaky's back in the game, the freshman. Squeaky Johnson with the ball. Out to Schumacher, drives. Oh, a late call. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul? No.
Here's the replay. See
Now
what
they're
happened.
going to call a foul.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like there was some wrist there on that shot.
It's fine. Whistle was just a little late, so it was hard to figure out where they were going.
I think it's one of those wait and see what happens. Yeah, I better blow the whistle. Yeah, I think it was a good call in the end, though.
Yep. Schumacher drills the free throw to make it a 5-point game. With 1:29 left in the third. Skyview leads. Second free throw now from Schumacher. 6'2" junior has been the most aggressive offensive player on the court today for Skyview. He drills the second free throw to make it 40-34. Storm with the lead. Here comes that press again. They break it to Gutierrez. Beautiful move inside. The right hand up. No good, but he's fouled. Gutierrez will go to the line. You've got to figure with his stroke, he's a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, one would think, and a pretty clever move there for him, leaning back into the defensive player, coming back to his right hand, drawing the body contact.
He's got a finesse game, there's no doubt about it. And the free throw's up and in to make it a 5-point game, 40-35 Storm lead.
That's 11 for Gutierrez now.
List him at 6'6", so he's the tallest player on the court. Missed the second free throw because I said he was a good free throw shooter. That's my fault.
I told you you were a jinxer.
Right, back to Vegas I go. Skyview goes back on offense. There is a three by Schumacher. That is a bullseye to make it an 8-point game. That is a huge shot.
He's really feeling it. 18 points for Schumacher. Most of his damage inside. He's got it going, so he moves outside, keeps it going there. That's a big shot, especially after some Columbia River momentum.
This is where we've been a couple times during this game. We got to see if Columbia River has yet another run to get themselves back into it, down by 8. There it is. Quick release. Squeaky, the freshman, finds him.
Look, if you're a freshman and you're on the court, you know what your job is, and that's to hook up the seniors.
Oh, he's a junior, upperclassman.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Hook up the guys who have been there a while. Johnson knowing his job and doing a great job. And speaking of doing your job, look at those students, man. No stopping those kids. They know what they're supposed to be doing. Across the way there, though, the Columbia River crowd's pretty good too.
We've had a great turnout from both teams here, and neither student section has sat down the entire game. That's what you like to see. And that's what high school sports is all about. Participation from the players on the court, to the kids in the stands, to the cheerleaders on the on the floor. Kind of getting the students organized, the band's playing. It's a beautiful thing. Glad to be here. Nick, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Columbia River once again finds themselves down by 8, and here comes the press from Skyview. Columbia River breaks it. Nice pass to Gutierrez, up and in and out. Gets his own rebound. We've got a 3, and that's long. We've got a rebound back to Gutierrez. He'll shoot it. That's off. The rebound finally comes to Schumacher, and Skyview's got a chance to go up by 10. 42 seconds left in the third quarter. 25 on the shot clock. Alex Schumacher with the ball inside to Grossman, who finds his way to the rim, up and in for 2. He flexes on his way back on defense. It's a 10-point game. 45-35, Skyview leads. Columbia River has a chance to take the last shot of the third quarter, trying to get within 8. Chieftains looking to get an open shot. The defense by the Storm is there. The run to the rim by Armstrong. He gets fouled. He was a little out of control. But once again, Armstrong has been extremely aggressive going to the rim. 6.1 seconds left in the game. Jack Armstrong, the 6'5" junior forward, has a chance to get Columbia River within 8. His first free throw, though, is long. He'll get one more. And then Skyview will have a chance to end the quarter with the final shot. Armstrong looks back up, spins the ball. His second free throw is good. It's a 9-point game. 6 seconds left. You know Schumacher wants to take this last shot, but they double team him, and he goes over to Grossman. Up. It's long by KB. And the end of 3, the Storm lead the Chieftains 45-36. It's a 9-point ball game. We saw Columbia River do what they needed to do early in the third quarter, but then late it was Skyview. It's a 9-point game with just 8 minutes left. Not a lot of time for Columbia River. Of course, as announcers like us like to say, plenty of time, but not a lot of time. There's that left hand that was up and in by Evan Dirksen earlier.
And then Sewell with the layup. That's a big 3 by Schumacher.
Yep. But if you're looking, there's Grossman with the beautiful spin move. I think he gave us a little flex on the way up. There you go. Why not? Why not?
If you play football at Skyview High School, you lift weights. That's just how it goes. So, you know, if you got it,
I flexed on my way up here. We got it. We got it and won it. Exactly. It's a 9-point game, though, headed to the fourth quarter. Skyview's crowd getting loud as we head into that final quarter. Cheerleaders leading the way. They'll bounce up and down, get riled up, cheer. I think Columbia River's got to make a run early. I really think if this league gets into double figures, it's going to become harder and harder to get a comeback, especially when you're playing in a hostile environment. Yeah. They have not broken. They've bent, but they've yet to break.
And so far for Columbia River, only Desort has really shown an outside stroke tonight. York usually is a reliable shooter for River, has not had it going tonight, so they've got to have a lot of things go right here.
There's a three attempt, and it is on the money. That's what you get. Yort said, what are you talking about, ball? I can shoot it. Drills the three. It's 45-39, 6-point game. Grossman with the ball in the post, looking for KB. Instead, he puts it on the ground with the left, spins to the right, nothing doing. Back out to Grossman. Beautiful pass inside Gruler, and he's up and in. That's at least the third assist for Grossman, as he found Kyle Gruler, the sophomore, for two, and it's an 8-point game, and it's a steal by Skyview. Ball goes out of bounds, but they'll keep it. So a chance to make it a double-figure game for the home team, up by 8. Schumacher will handle the point guard duties here. He dribbles it over half court, finds KB, finds Gruler, back to Schumacher. He'll go inside to Grossman, who's been doing work lately. Spins, fade away, fall away. That's an air ball. And that's a rebound by the Chieftains, and they're headed the other way. Dirksen with the dribble, back to Dirksen, over to Desort, looking, he's been shooting the ball well. Yort gets it over to the corner. There's Dirksen. That's a long three, and that's money. Jacob Yort. I want him to point up here to Nick Ball and let him know, you counted me out, Nick. I'm right here. It's a 5-point game after 2 straight threes from Yort. There's a Gruler three, and that's good. Suddenly, no one is missing a shot. Gruler, the coach's son, started the game with a three. He has a three here in the fourth quarter to give the Storm an 8-point lead. Columbia River back out to Yort. Why not? That one's from 30 feet. It's in and out. But Columbia River with the rebound. Back to Yort. Why not? Nope, he passes it out. Dirksen's looking to go strong. Fade away is perfect. Well done, Evan Dirksen. The junior makes it a 6-point game. Schumacher breaking some ankles, doesn't shoot it, finds Gruler for another three. He drilled another one, ended up on his backside, but he ended up with a three. It's 53-44 Storm, and Gruler is on fire.
Both teams' players stepping up to the moment here. It's pretty impressive to see.
There goes Dirksen with the left, back outside. Why not? Got to shoot it. Does. In and out. That was Desort. Thought he had a three, but Columbia River with it. The rebound, they've got another chance. They're not giving Yort any more space. Gutierrez sets the pick. Yort comes off it. He lets it fly. It's off the back of the rim, but there's Gutierrez. Hey, he had an open shot, didn't take it. Here goes Dirksen to the rim. He's fouled.
You know, you keep saying that I'm not giving Yort enough credit here. I'm the opposite. You're the jinxer. I'm the de-jinxer.
Oh, okay.
I said he wasn't going to make shots, and then he starts hitting. So, Jacob Yort, you're welcome.
What a generous guy Nick Ball is.
Hey, you know.
Always giving. Dirksen at the line, misses the free throw. They can't afford to be missing free throws down by 9.
Yeah, especially with Skyview hitting some shots here in a row, getting their mojo going offensively.
5 minutes left in the game, down 9. You got to hit your free throws. Bill Schonley said it forever. It's so true. Dirksen with the second one. This one's up, and this one's in. It's an 8-point game. Just under 5 minutes left in the final quarter. Skyview with the lead. Schumacher dribbles it over half court. Tries to find KB. Ball's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Skyview. Somebody's got to inbounds it, ref saying. Grossman will step up and take it. They'll throw it deep. Back to Schumacher. He'll dribble over half court. Find Gruler. Back to Schumacher. This one goes to Grossman. He's in the pivot. He's shown he knows how to pass out of here. Instead, he puts his head down and goes for the rim. Woo! Evan Dirksen thought he had a block. Ref thought differently, called the foul, and it'll send.
Let's see if he had a block or not. It seemed like it to me in live action, but
hard to tell there.
Yeah.
Might have gotten armed.
Could have been on the forearm there. And you know, refs get it right much more often than they get it wrong, so.
Cole Grossman missed his last 2 free throws, if I do remember. Make that 3 in a row. Gotta love the coach's son, Kyle Gruler, going over to Grossman and saying, hey, buddy, gotta make these. Calm down, relax. 2 hard dribbles, look at the rim, up, And that one's short as well. Comes up empty at the foul line for the second straight time. That's keeping Columbia River in the game, down by 8, 4:35 left. Needing a shot. There's Armstrong, strong to the rim, the foul, and the bucket.
The Columbia River contingent voicing its happiness with that. They're not quiet either.
I'm so impressed with Jack Armstrong. He has gone strong time and time again. Has come up with pay dirt more often than not. His free throw up, and that is money. It's 53-48, 4:25 left in the final quarter. Skyview leads, but just by 5. They want a timeout. They want to talk it over. We've got a heck of a ball game here, Nick. We keep saying Columbia River, they've never left, but they will not go away. Down just 5 with a little over 4 in the game, going against the top team in their conference. They've got a chance to, I hate saying steal one, because you win here, you stole nothing, you've earned it. But Skyview continues to lead by 5. They're looking for a way to close the door.
Hey, if you like high school basketball, we're coming back in the new year. January 5th, girls basketball, Fort Vancouver versus Evergreen. It's going to be at 7 p.m. at Comcast Channel 328. You can also find us on the school district's Facebook and YouTube pages. Fort Vancouver's own legend, Julie Pagel, has the call, along with Mark Feeney. Always a fun basketball game out there at Fort Vancouver when Julie Pagel's making the call. So join us for that game. And of course, we have 6 more games after this year, boys and girls, and even mixed. We cover every school in Vancouver Public Schools evenly, boys and girls. So if you're not a fan of Fort, we'll have your team coming up shortly. So check out our schedule.
All right, back to live action. We're in the home stretch here. Less than 5 minutes left, coming up on 4 minutes left. 5-point lead by the Storm. They have the basketball. Sewell with it, looks left, doesn't see anything, comes over right. Back to Gruler's headed to the rim. Ball tipped, it's loose. It's taken by Columbia River, another turnover. They've got a chance. He probably walked. The crowd's got a point. No call. Hard to the rim, up and in from the left hand. Beautifully done by Evan Dirksen, and we've got ourselves a 3-point ball game with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Our home team, the Storm, continue to lead, but the lead now down to 3. Grossman, he's not going to shoot that 3. He's going to go over to Sewell, set a pick. Sewell uses the pick. He goes baseline, tries to find a way to Grossman. It's not happening, though. Another steal by Columbia River. They've got a chance to tie this game with a 3, down 53-50. Gutierrez out wide to Dirksen. He gets it back over to Yort. Yort to Dirksen. Gutierrez telling him to swing it, go to the other side. They do. A lot of work on the perimeter. There's Armstrong. He's been aggressive all game. He goes out to Gutierrez for the 3. It is short. So close to a tie ball game. Little bit of relief in the gym here. Crossover is beautiful. Step back is money. What a shot by Alex Schumacher. That was beautiful. A big-time shot by a big-time player at a big, important moment in this ball game. Makes it 56-50. Skyview with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Columbia River needs to match.
Yeah, 21 for Schumacher, taking all the big shots.
Beautiful move inside, a little give and go. York doesn't get the basket, but he does get the foul, and he'll go to the foul line with his team down by 6.
So what have we seen lately, right? We've seen Armstrong. We've seen York here. We've seen Dirksen going to the basket. You know who's not in the middle? Samad Hector. What a difference that's made for Skyview to not have their intimidating shot blocker in there.
I looked over at the bench. I didn't see Hector. I'm not sure where he went, but he went down late in that second quarter going for a rebound. Ended up falling back and hitting his head. The back of his head on the court has not returned to the ball game. It's made a big difference. York drills both free throws. We got a 4-point game with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Schumacher takes it off over half court, finds Sewell. Up and in with 2 and the foul. That is a big shot by Javon Sewell, the senior, showing leadership, giving his team a 6-point lead and headed to the line, looking to make it 7.
Yeah, you really see from both these teams with upperclassmen playing the bulk of minutes. these guys aren't afraid of taking the shots late in the game. You know, there's no getting into the block and then kicking out. Here's Sewell right here absorbing the contact, focusing on that basket and dropping it in. It's impressive leadership from these upperclassmen on both squads.
Sewell's had a nice all-around game, playing good defense, bunch of steals, and big basket there, but misses the free throw. The ball is loose. Chieftains have it. Down by 6 with just 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Chieftains running out of time in the corner. Back out to Gutierrez as they swing it around. Armstrong looking to get position inside. They'll call the foul. I believe they'll call it on Dirksen, pushing on Armstrong. They'll talk about it, but I think that's what it was.
No, I think it was a blocking foul on Sewell. Report was trying to.
You're right, because York's on the foul line where he's been money.
And you know, York had a pretty rough first half. He started to turn the corner in the second half, and that's one of the great things about shooters. Good shooters don't have memories. You don't remember those shots you missed. You think about the next shot you're going to make, and he's really turned to the corner here in the second half. I hope he doesn't miss these free throws. Right, might jinx things going to happen.
Spins it back, sets up, looks at the free throw line, and nothing at the bottom of the net. That was beautiful. 58-53, Storm lead with Chieftains. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. One more for York. The short dribble, the spin, the look up, the shot, right down. 58-54, 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Skyview looking to close the door at home against their rival. Columbia River looking to pull off not just the comeback, but an upset. Schumacher with the ball over into the corner. Comes out to Dunmeyer, who lets it fly. It's no good, and the rebound. Snook, who's been on the bench for a while, he comes dribbling with the right hand. He looks over. Oh, that's a deep, deep three, and he drills it. My goodness, Jacob York with the three. We've got a 1-point ball game. Storm lead, 58-57 with 1:30 left. York is on fire. Strong to the rim is Sewell. He misses the layup, gets his own rebound up in, and the foul. I thought Sewell might have been bumped on the first one that he missed. No call there. He gets the rebound back up and in, and he's looking for a three-point shot the hard way. That was huge. After that, York 3 made it a 1-point ball game. Watch Sewell here. Went strong.
Looks
might
clean.
have been a clean block. That one, though, if you're going to foul him harder than that.
Yeah, I think they called it on the right shoulder, trying to block it from behind.
He got him. Sewell's free throw is good. Suddenly, Sewell's the man for the home team. It's a 4-point game. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the game. You better guard that guy because he is just feeling it. Double team, and why not? Can't let him get the shot off. York has to get rid of it. They go back to him, looking for a shot. He's got it. It's short, and a rebound is saved by Sewell and Skyview. They're headed the other way, up by 4. A basket here could be huge. They're going to slow it down. Grossman saying, hey, let's kill some clock. We've got less than a minute to go, but we've got a steal. It's a 4-point game. 46 seconds left. Columbia River wants to call a timeout. Probably a good thing because that long three was missed.
I think Kate Desort was just trying to get it off. He was going to shoot it, timeout or not.
And why not? 46 seconds left. Game. 31 seconds left on the shot clock. Columbia River trails by 4.
Desort with 4 3-pointers tonight. I believe York's got 3, if I'm not mistaken. So who did they go to here? Gutierrez had the hot hand early.
You don't need a 3. You're only down by 4. So
fair point.
46 seconds left. And you know you can foul and you can extend this ball game. That's a huge shot there by Schumacher 3, but right back down. I'm going to guess this is going to be a York 3. And this one was deep. That's Damian Lillard range right there.
Yeah, that's NBA plus.
This is Sewell not giving in, missing once, getting his own rebound, making it the second time and getting the foul called, and he made that free throw.
But how many answers can Columbia River have? Maybe they do need a 3. You can't trade baskets at this point. Trading 3s for 2s. You've got 2 hot shooters.
You know, you take the best shot you can get. I mean, that's when you're down by 4 with 46 seconds left. you take the best shot. If there's a 2, it's open, you take it. But look,
and both teams are in the 1-and-1, so that could be interesting.
They're looking to find Yorton. Why not? He's going to go deep, and it's short. Rebound comes to Skyview. They're racing up the court. Is Sewell. Smart play to bring it back and kill some clock, but he turns it over. Oh, but they call a foul. Probably just took a little while for us to hear the whistle over that loud noise. I didn't hear the whistle. I thought I saw a steal.
There's our replay squad's got the foul here.
Yeah, he got him. He got him. Might have been a little bit after the pass, but. So Sewell will go to the line, the senior, with a 1-and-1 with a chance to give his team a 6-point lead with 27 seconds left. He made his last free throw. But these get harder and harder as the clock winds down. Sewell looks at the rim, dribbles twice, dribbles again, sets, shoots. Money. A little bit on the front of the rim, but right back up, down and in. It's 62-57 with 27 seconds left. Another big free throw coming from the senior's way. Javon Sewell sets, fires, nails it. That is clutch. Sewell has been huge down the stretch, doing what a senior's supposed to do when it matters most. Making big shots. There's a long 3, that's long. Rebound comes to Gruler, and he will head to the line. Columbia River, just not enough bullets in the gun there. You know, they just kept firing away, hitting threes, but the answer from Skyview time and time again, and the home team is going to walk away with a victory. They're up by 6 with 15 seconds left. One of their best shooters going to the line. He'll shoot 2. Kyle Gruler with a chance to really put an end to this one. His free throw is up, and it's money. We got a good one, Nick. We can only ask for a fun, exciting game.
And in a rivalry game, that's all you want. You know, these teams both played really hard. Crowd's been crazily into it. You know, hopefully at home you're having fun watching this game. This is why we love high school sports.
Gruler with another one up. That one's in. That kid's got a beautiful shot. It's an 8-point game with 14 seconds left. Skyview has never they're going to go wire to wire. Usually when you say that a team went wire to wire, you think blowout. This has been anything but a blowout. This game might end up being an 8-10-point game, but it was close almost throughout the entire contest.
Yeah, anybody who is here, anybody who's watching, knows how close this ball game is. You might see the final score tomorrow and say, oh, you know, Skyview did what it needed to do. And they did, but it was a tight game. And, you know, Skyview has designs on state playoffs this year. They're number 5 in the RPI in the state. This will put them at 6-0. But you know who else has playoff aspirations? This Columbia River team. Skyview's a 4A school. Columbia River's a 2A school. For Columbia River to come in here and play a 4A school like this, I think says a lot about their chances in the 2A Greater St. Helens League this year. They're going to be a handful.
Absolutely. I mean, a couple balls fall here or there. I mean, if they don't start down 10-0, it's a different ball game. But remember, Skyview also playing without one of their best players in the entire second half, as Savad Hector went down with a head injury and did not return. He's back out on the bench. You know he wanted to be in there. He definitely contributed in that first half on the defensive end and with rebounds. Columbia River up and in for the easy 2 there, but Skyview will take it. They'll let Snook go right to the hole because they're up by 6 with just 6 seconds left. So Columbia River, though, called the timeout, so you can expect a foul. Why not? You never know.
And even if, you know, this timeout doesn't help them today, having plays like this, crunch time plays when it counts, will help them come February or late January when the playoffs are drawing close and they're looking to close out games like this, because they're going to be in contests like this all year through the Greater St. Helens League.
They just hope the score's reversed.
Well, of course, yeah, hopefully for them. And, you know, they're all students. Everything's a learning opportunity, right? This is a learning opportunity for them to close the door next time.
Down 6, you get a steal and a 3. Hey, I'm a Knicks fan. I watched Reggie Miller once score like 47 points in like 0.8 seconds. So you never know.
I was watching that game too.
I wish I never saw it. Makes me nauseous thinking about it. There's a foul before they get the ball in, so that'll be 2 shots. Schumacher will go to the line.
Yeah, Coach Long not pleased with that.
That's not what he wanted. Doesn't help.
Schumacher now with 21, looking to make it 22 or 23.
Consistently showing that he's not afraid to take the big shot, not just take it, make it. His free throws up and nothing but net on that one.
And for a player as quick as he is with the handles he has, he also plays with remarkable control.
Yep.
Doesn't force the ball into weird places and get himself into trouble.
And he's a good free throw shooter. Clock will go down to the final buzzer. The 3 is long, and our final score will be 67-59. Skyview gets the home win over Columbia River. They come out of the stands to celebrate at half court. Why not? It's a rivalry win. Celebrate, enjoy it. The seniors will get the victory against their rivals and their last time playing them. Dan plays Skyview off to victory, 67-59.
Some celebration out there on the court. The teams giving each other the ceremonial nice game. I think they mean it this time, you know. It was a well-competed game, but both teams played with a lot of sportsmanship and class. I think they both recognize they're good schools, they're good teams.
You know, the result probably expected, but Columbia River showing fight throughout, but Skyview just too tough, winning 67-59.
And here's some of the highlights. Schumacher with the kick to Gruler there. Gruler, we forget, had 2 pretty clutch threes in the mid-4th quarter there.
Armstrong going strong to the rim, getting the and one and the fist bump.
Another strong take there. Again, we're talking about Hector missing, opening up the lane for that kind of play.
That was Evan Dirksen with the hesitation, up and in for 3. Another long 3 at some point. There comes the very deep 3 from Jacob York. Sewell with the end one. He was just so clutch down the stretch, and that's the final basket. It doesn't mean much in the end. It does mean that it was only an 8-point, not a 10-point victory, and I think that's right. This shouldn't have been a double-figure game. It was too close. 67-59, true representation of what we saw today. The home team, Skyview, just too tough and not letting Columbia River get the victory. Your final score here at Skyview High School, 67-59. For Nick Ball, I'm Craig Bernbeck, and for our entire crew here, thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend.
This VPS Game Time broadcast is brought to you in part by the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools, getting kids to school healthy, happy, and ready to learn. For more information, go to www.foundationforvps.org.